Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. I'm talking another Star Frontiers video here, and I'm doing it here in the lab. And there's kind of a couple reasons for that. First of all, I wanted to kind of circle around and rope in somebody else who does a lot of work in the lab, and that is Dana Scully on the old X-Files series. Because I think there would have been a time when she would have looked at me and said, "Kevin, you need to do a bit more reading," which is kind of what this whole topic is about. And it is connected directly to Star Frontiers. You see, I was watching an episode of X-Files years ago, and Dana Scully was doing various stuff, and she talked to her dog in a couple of shots and said, "Oh, come on out of there," or, you know, "Go and fetch this, Queequeg." And I was suddenly like, Queequeg? But that's a creature in Star Frontiers. That's actually from the book. This one right here. If I go to page 39, it introduces a variety of different monsters, creatures that if you want, you can use in your campaign, things that are usable and stuff. And right there, the Queequeg. I was just like, oh my god, somebody who works on the X-Files knows a lot about Star Frontiers. They've included this creature. In fact, you can get a little lead miniature of the Queequeg, and it has all these stats. And I was just like, wow, that's pretty impressive that the folks who wrote the X-Files are that into kind of nerd culture to reference something as obscure as Star Frontiers. No, you fool, it's not from Star Frontiers. So, it's kind of confession time here. I'm maybe not the world's greatest reader, as anybody knows me can attest to. I don't read a lot of big books. I have in the past. I think, again, a little science fiction kind of connection here. I think Star Wars didn't do me any favors when I was a kid, because the slap bash exciting special effects fast-paced adventure that Star Wars represents, and various other shows like it, kind of led me to have an easy time of losing the track of concentration when I'm reading a book. I have read many books, both science fictional and, like, you know, non. I mean, I mentioned to Swifto in one of his random questions, what's the last book you read? Serum, which I really enjoyed. My dad recommended it. That's a big book. That takes a while to get through, but that was years ago, and I've read other books. My sister recommended one called Perfume, which was really interesting. Highly recommended that. Got turned into a movie not that long ago. I have read many books, but I will admit, and people who know me will totally, yeah, it's true, they will contest to this, I'm not an avid reader. I tend to, like, start the page and then I get lost, and then I'm like, what am I going to have for dinner tomorrow? I better make sure I thaw that out. Oh wait, where was I? So, a big book like Moby Dick is not really in my wheelhouse. Not something I'm going to tackle very quickly. And, yeah, Dana Scully would have said, by the way, Kevin, Queequeg is not a Star Frontiers alien. It's one of the characters in Moby Dick. It's the Polynesian. I don't know because I haven't read the story, but he's sort of the main one of the characters who meets up with Captain Ahab and is he launches the harpoon that I guess they use to fight the whale with, and it's a very deep story. It's got a lot of history. Obviously, those who are into literature will know a lot more than I do about Queequeg, the character from Moby Dick that Dana Scully is actually referencing. Kevin, it's not from Star Frontiers. But, you know, I didn't realize that. In researching all this stuff, Dana not only calls her dog Queequeg in reference to Moby Dick, but also her dad, I think she calls Ahab, as per Captain Ahab, the sort of obsessed sea captain who wants to kill the big whale. So yeah, it's not from Star Frontiers, it's from Moby Dick, and I did sort of slap myself and I laughed when I found that out, because I honestly, genuinely thought, when I had heard her say Queequeg, that's an obscure word. I was just like, who is going to use the word Queequeg other than a Star Frontiers player, any more than a Sathar or a Vrusk? Like, those don't have literary connections, so why am I hearing Queequeg, which I know for a fact is in this book, and yet it's in an X-Files episode? Because it's from Moby Dick. And I guess the alien from Star Frontiers has a long sort of spiky prehensile thing that I guess it launches with its head. It is like throwing a harpoon. So somebody at TSR must have thought to themselves, you know, I'm getting like a vibe from the Moby Dick character of launching the harpoon, so that's where the connection is. I'm going to call this creature a Queequeg, and you know, it's something that a lot of characters in shows have done. There are references to very well-known other properties in things like Star Wars, for example, which I could talk about, I may, very soon. So yes, that was my embarrassing moment to do with Star Frontiers, the day that Dana Scully told me, Kevin, you really need to read more. So this is a short one, but I thought I would share my embarrassing story with you. All right, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.